Guys, so this is part two of the last video about what are humans. Humans occupying two dimensions at the same time and space. This is part two about, now we're going to talk about, so just a quick recap. So in the last one I spoke and mentioned that that the human consists of two parts. One is the physical human body, and then the other one is the spirit and the spiritual aspect, and both are in two different worlds. One is in the physical world, which is the human body. We use each other in the physical world, and the spiritual part of us, or the spirit aspect of us, is in a different dimension. Is actually in the spiritual dimension, and that cannot be seen by the human eyes. And so today we're going to talk about what is this spirit and what is the spiritual dimension, that, and how can it be seen using the human body? How can this spiritual dimension be seen? How can the spirit actually be seen? Or how can the spirit world actually be seen? So I guess the best way to explain this is based on a very recent experience I had, which opened the door to the spiritual world, if you like. And this happened some months ago. I was in Cheshire with my wife. My wife was out. She's a social worker. She went to visit a client, and I was quite tired that day, and I sat myself down in a cafe, and a lady brought me a cup of tea and put it on my table, and I just sat in a very nice comfortable chair looking out through the window, and outside I could basically see cars are parked up and people are getting out, coming into the cafe, which is in two parts. And the cafe, you can sit and eat, or you can go and do some shopping in the cafe. So it was a quite long cafe, and I was sitting there quite tired that day. So lady brought the tea over, and then I kind of closed my eyes and fell asleep. But this was a very like a deep sleep. It's a different kind of sleep. I've never kind of really experienced it before. But my eyes were closed. I was obviously closed, and I just fell asleep. I just kind of fell like a half sleep, basically half sleep. And in my sleep, what's happening is that I'm seeing a very dark, basically, like when you walk into a room, it's basically a universe, or not a universe. It's a world basically, but it's all dark. It's all dark, and you can't see anything. You can see a little bit of light coming out of the darkness. It's like walking into a room which is all dark, and you know it's a room, or it's there's something out there, but it's a bit dark, and some bit of lights kind of here and there around this part and that part, and that's all you see, right? That's all this is, and you're like, oh, okay, this is strange. So you're seeing all of this. It's like you're seeing a dimension, basically. This is the spiritual dimension. This is what I'm talking about. I'm seeing this spiritual dimension, and this is what it is. It's all dark. There's nothing in there. There's nothing there. You can't see anything. And what happens is, basically, all of a sudden, this thing, which is kind of a very small kind of, it's kind of like a light, if you like, a small little light. It kind of goes around. It's kind of like this, like it's spaced like that. It's like that. It's a little light like this, which is floating towards me. It's just floating towards me, and that's all I can see in this dark kind of world. It's all dark, but this is little light, if you like this, that's floating towards me. I realized, then I thought, oh, I think that looks like a spirit. So I thought that has got to be a spirit. If I'm looking at the spiritual dimension, that's got to be the spirit, a spirit coming towards me. And I'm like, huh. Like, what is that? Anyway, then I kind of like snapped out of it and I opened my eyes and I woke up. And all of a sudden, in that same location where I'm seeing the spirit, is a lady who's just got out the car and she's walking directly towards me. Right? So now that to me proves that lady, that I was that lady's spirit that I was looking at through the spiritual dimension that has been walking towards me all these, in these last few seconds. And I thought this is incredible. This is incredible. So that's like proof for me that humans are occupying, every human is in this both worlds at the same time. So we are walking around in the physical and in the spiritual realm both at the same time. Only our spirit is only visible in the spiritual realm. But how was I looking at my spirit, this lady's spirit? How? My eyes were closed. So through what eyes am I looking at to see this spirit? I'm using, what eyes are they that is seeing this? It's the third eye. The third eye is a tool that is in every human body, every human face that is invisible. And in order to be able to, because that is also in the spiritual dimension that is in us. So we don't just have the spirit in us that is in that dimension. We also have a seeing eye, a third eye, if you like, you call, which is a spiritual eye, which is also able to see that. And you can't see that with the two eyes either. You can't see that with these eyes either. You can't see it. There's nothing there. But it is there. But it's in that spiritual dimension where the spirit is also in that dimension inside us. So in order to see all of that, you need this third eye to be open and to be accessible, in order to see that, in order to see the spirit walking, towards you in a person. So you'll see that spirit, you'll see that person, you see their spirits. You'll see all of them. They're all spirits in a body. You'll see all that, and there's no difference. They're all like, it's all the same kind of thing. Like, the humans, we're all humans. We're all got hands and feet. Spirit has got, its own little shape. So that's what we are. We are this spirit in a body that is living a life. That's what the human actually is. If you want to ask what is the human is basically this spirit that is wandering around, that is living, experiencing this body, living a life. So I think let's leave it there for now, because I think that's enough to probably freak people out. I don't want to freak anybody out, but it's important to know what we are as humans. And when you access the spiritual as part of you through learning spirituality, and this is what my whole thing is about here, to explain about spirituality and how important this is for every human. It doesn't matter from where you are, who you are, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. What is truth, isn't it? I mean, what the human is what the human is, and what the spirit is what the spirit is. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It is what it is. It's there. Like, when you experience it in this way, that is there. If you don't experience it, you won't believe that is there, because you've never seen it, you never experienced it. So that's all fine. That's everyone's own belief, but the truth is the truth at the end. So it's quite a lot again to take in to understand this, but we are actually in two different dimensions, just to summarize it, and we are a spirit living in the spiritual realm, which is occupied this body in the physical realm. So let's leave it at that, and we can continue this discussion, because there's so much more to talk about on another day. Take care. Bye.